what happens in Asheville when it snows. Today I think we are in for some good snow, and by good snow I mean we're gonna get some measurable snow. We also get very dangerous road conditions, which is why schools, everything, you know, daycares, preschools got canceled last night. It's a huge pain for a lot of people who have regular jobs, and for even people like us who don't have 9-to-5 job. For example, right now I'm on my way to an open house. I doubt there will be anybody who will attend our open house, but it's, you know, we're just doing our job and it's our duty to our clients. Anyways, they canceled schools last night when I was at the grocery store trying to stock up on some of the just few things, nothing crazy. And of course, milk and bread was gone from all the shelves at Walmart, at Fresh Market, in Whole Foods, as well as eggs, which was kind of weird. I think this time around it wasn't just because of the snowstorm that they are predicting they were gonna have, but also because of the bird flu. So right now it started coming down just like an hour ago, and by coming down I mean just we start having some snow. It's not sticking to the ground. Roads are looking fine right here in Asheville at, you know, kind of the lowest elevation. Right now I'm in Biltmore Village. You can see the road right here through the window. It's perfectly fine, but I guarantee you that some of those switchbacks on the steeper roads and driveways might start getting more sleek. And no matter how good of a driver you are, or you think you are, or you have no matter how good of a car you have, in these conditions, you gotta be careful. Do not speed, do not slam your brakes. And there's also just people around you who might not be as good of a driver as you are and might do some stupid stuff on the road. Welcome back to Original Living in Asheville channel. This is elenakovrigin with ℊ𝕠𝕟𝕼 Realty, powered by eXp Realty here in Asheville, North Carolina. And the purpose of today's video is, just like the purpose of this channel, is to educate you and tell you what it's like to live here in the Asheville area. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. All you have to do is go. But seriously, this does not happen very often. When it does happen, it really kind of can throw a curveball. And so today I'm going to show you what it's like to live in Asheville, North Carolina when it snows, why everyone makes such a big deal about, you know, oh, it's snowing, even if when they're just calling for snow, when we don't even have measurable snow yet, why everyone is making such a big deal. So stay tuned for that. Again, no matter the weather, we gotta keep on working, just like most other people in Asheville, you know, or anywhere else. Not enough to make a snowman. It's just, you're not making a snowman? What are you making? Well, I will say it's very hard to insert directional signs when the ground is frozen. Oh gosh. Okay, maybe. So it's been about 5 hours since I started recording today about this snowstorm, and waiting and waiting. Do you hear the sound? It starts raining. Rain, which means all that, I don't know if you can see, but the road kind of got some snow, and now it's gonna get some rain, and the temperatures are dropping, which means all this will turn into ice skating rink, basically. I know a lot of people are already kind of not trapped, but stuck at homes. And those who live, you know, up on any slight hills, on any kind of not even mountainous neighborhoods, but you know, anywhere up on the hill, a lot of people are already stuck home, and because the roads are already bad. And I foresee that it's gonna go down the hill from now on. Whew. All right, let's cold. I'm gonna keep you posted on how it's gonna all look like maybe tonight or I don't know, tomorrow, we'll see. So the next morning we woke up to barely an inch, maybe two of snow in South Asheville, and in downtown it doesn't look like it got much more than what we did. I know just from seeing other people's posts, some areas like south of Asheville, actually, Hendersonville, Fletcher got a little more snow where kids could actually play in it, but not so much here. And that is one of the things that a lot of people just kind of, it's easy for people like us or people who live in those areas where roads are clear, main roads are clear, everything looks, I mean, road looks just fine here at the bottom. It's kind of, you get annoyed when they cancel school, when everything is closed. Pretty much all businesses in downtown are closed or being closed. I think they're opening up right now in the afternoon. But if you start going up a mountain, like Town Mountain community up that way, you'll see that a lot of those driveways are covered with not just snow, but ice, and they're super dangerous because you have to go up or down. So see how some spots right here might not look like anything, but these spots can be super dangerous. And of course, going down the hill, you probably cannot tell from here from the video, but you know, like driveways like this, but this road has slight incline, and it can get dangerous pretty quickly, especially when the temperatures start dropping. Right now it's 29 degrees and it's not looking too bad. And a lot of times people will say things like, well, I'm so used to driving in this weather. I'm from up north and where we have winters for 5 or 6 months. Listen, I'm from Siberia. The difference is that here you cannot buy or have winter tires on your vehicle. The most winter tires that you can buy is what we call, like in Russia or Siberia, all season tires. So they have thicker everything, but they don't have those metal whatever things that keep the grip on the road, so to speak. But those tires are unavailable in North Carolina. You cannot even buy them here. So just because you experienced driver and lived your whole life in up north or wherever and are used to driving in the snow, you're probably not used to driving in a snow without winter tires, and also not where it's all up and down, nothing is straight, no roads are straight, they're up and down, left to right, curvy, so it's super dangerous. And then also, you know, the city and the county does not have a whole lot of resources to kind of manage road conditions like that. First of all, it wouldn't make any sense to invest in something like that, you know, vehicles and machinery or whatever to clean up and prepare, because it happens very rarely. Like this event is, you know, this measurable snow right here is the first in 3 years. So it would not make any sense to invest in anything like that to make it preventable or, you know, clear the roads right away. 3-4 years ago when we had a lot of snow, I remember it was so much snow that nobody was even out cleaning the roads in the morning. We went snowboarding to ℍ𝕬𝕟 and nobody, like the roads were just covered with snow, even the main roads early in the morning. You know, those are the things you have to consider when thinking about relocating to the area. Again, it doesn't happen often. When it happens, it's more of a pain. You know, it's not even enough to play. I mean, some areas are better than others. By better, I mean they have more snow where kids can play in. But these kids are struggling to even make a snowball right now. Nevertheless, it just creates, it's just, you know, it's more hassle. Good thing is that it does not happen that often. And of course, depending on where you live, if it's an HOA that has road maintenance and maintain roads not only, you know, during all weather or all seasons, but they will scrape the roads when it snows, you might be luckier. Of course, being closer to main roads or right in the city, you have better chances to have better access to, you know, roads that are cleared or maintained or salt put on them the night before. If you live out there, kind of, you know, one of those properties where, you know, maybe you have a lot of acreage and that's the reason you moved away, to be kind of away from people, have privacy, you might be on your own. You might need to invest in something that you can use yourself to maintain your roads. Again, is it worth it when it only happens every so often? We used to have a lot more snow, not anymore. So just some of the things that you need to consider before deciding on this area or before deciding on that mountain home with views and privacy, because that often comes with steep driveways. And as I always say, steep driveways are not only kind of scary to drive on, all those things, but in times like this, they will be the first ones to be covered with sleet, snow, ice, can be dangerous to drive on. A lot of people in this area have chains. We do have chains, and sometimes not, I mean, I don't remember honestly last time we used them because we didn't have any snow lately, but we have them just in case. And so I'm gonna go and show you what it looks like in this one of those mountain communities. Town Mountain community is right off of downtown. I mean, 5 minutes from downtown, if that. But weather conditions change quickly here because the road goes up the mountain the whole way. Beautiful community, overlooks downtown, and on one side houses overlook downtown, on the other side they may overlook Blue Ridge Parkway, but it's a mountain community. So we are probably at like 3,500 feet in elevation up here on Town Mountain Road. To the left, this is Town Mountain Preserve community. I covered it. Looks very different from what's at the bottom, you know, in downtown. People park their cars at the driveways like this, at the bottom of the driveway, so they don't have to go up or down from the driveway because the alternative is a drop. Well, it's Monday. Snowmageddon that never happened was supposed to be on Friday, and throughout the county it sounds like we got anywhere from like an inch and a half up to 6 inches in high elevation, so not a whole lot. Nonetheless, both county and Asheville City Schools were on remote learning day today. My daughter's daycare was on 2-hour delay, and it's because roads, smaller roads, are still icy. A lot of them are still icy, slick, slippery, dangerous to drive on, especially school buses. That's why they take all the precautions. Main roads like this one or all the major highways pretty much have always been okay, fine, and they were treated. But smaller roads, smaller driveways, especially places that are wooded, are still snowed in. We went hiking yesterday, 10 minutes from my house, closer to the parkway. Everything is wooded and it looked like winter wonderland over there. So, you know, that's what you have to deal with sometimes. Again, not all the time, very rarely anymore in wintertime, but it can be a pain. So I just want to point out that, you know, again, roads like this one, main road or road that are county, city, state maintained, they're fine. But private driveways like this one, still snowed in, and it is not uncommon to see private driveways like that, or even driveways in mountain communities, in some mountain communities, to be gravel. They're not gonna pave them because if they pave them, it's just gonna be a skating rink. When you have gravel, when the road is more rough, than just the pavement, you have better chances to have a better grip on your tires, and so you're not gonna, go down the hill like here you can. And that is something you also need to keep in mind, like I said earlier, that if you want to be out and about, or if you want to be out there, have some privacy, or maybe you're in a neighborhood that doesn't maintain the roads but maybe don't scrape the snow, you will be stuck with something like this, or responsible for your own road maintenance. And I mean, it is beautiful, but it's all gonna be on you. In any case, our job is to not just educate you and support you throughout the journey of maybe relocating here, purchasing the property, identifying what's best for you and your family, but also point out some of the not necessarily red flags, but things that you would have to deal with throughout the year, no matter the seasons. And something like this, again, this will be your responsibility if you live in a property like this where it's private road. You will have to maintain it, not just scrape the road, but in springtime, in summertime, after heavy rains, after the storm that we had, you would be responsible for maintaining and scraping and putting more gravel on the road and stuff like that. If you have any questions about what it's like to live in Western North Carolina, in the Asheville area, do not hesitate to reach out to me and my team. Our contact information is down in the description.